Well, good morning. There are a lot of really interesting things happening in the news this weekend, and one of them is that it's quite obvious that Herr Donald Trumpler is losing the grip on his regime. And if you want specific examples, I'll give you three. One, he was not able to persuade Republican members of the House, mostly women, not to sign the petition to release the Epstein files. So, they gave him the extended digit on that. Two, we have another example of Taco Trump. Trump always chickens out. He's suddenly on Friday, to avoid the news cycles, he's lowered the tariff rates on food because they're raising prices, even though he said all along, well, no, food prices aren't being raised, they're going down. So. And then finally, to me, the most revealing is that J.D. Vance is out campaigning and fundraising because he sees his chance now. He is going to grab the throne from Donald Trump. Now, regardless of whether you think this is good or bad, there's another trend that I think people who are concerned about the state of our democracy ought to look at, and that is that a record number of Trump administration civilian officials have moved on to military bases in the Washington area. Now, why would a civilian employee, including Stephen Pee Wee German Miller, move onto a military base? The Trump administration says that, it's only because they're harassed and they're feared for their safety. I don't know. I thought that's what the Secret Service and other security officials did to ensure that they weren't harmed in any way, even though they live in the civilian area. No, the answer to that is that if this regime decides that it will not give up, if it loses 2026, 2028 elections, and that it's going to just go full authoritarianism, military bases are ideal places to defend the key players. Now you're going to say, oh no, the military would never do that. Really? Well, little Peter Hegseth has spent the last months purging people in the military establishment, military generals, civilians who disagree with him and the Trump agenda. So 2026, 2028, elections, Trump and or his people, he may just be a figurehead, decide we're not moving, folks. Try to move us out. We got the military to defend us. I don't know. It's just something to think about. If you want to, you can let me know what you think of this.